Wednesday, October 14th, 2020, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So it looks like the Australian people are waking up to the heavy-handed tactics of the globalists who have infiltrated, of course, governments all around the world, especially Australia's state government of Victoria. I've got Skippy here today. He's my Australian mascot. So I received a video today on YouTube from a friend of mine, and it's from Sky News Australia YouTube channel, and it's entitled The Great Reset, World Leaders to Harness COVID and Pursue Sinister Climate Agenda. So I was surprised to hear the host, Rowan, host of Sky News Australia, talk about this. And basically, he regurgitated almost everything I said or wrote in my article from June 11th, 2020 about the World Economic Forum, entitled The Origins of the World Economic Forum Go Back to the Third Reich. Yes, it does. I highly recommend you read this article. I'm not going to go through the origins. If you want to find out exactly where this group derives from, I highly recommend you read my article from my blog, maneco64.net. I'm going to put a link to it below in the description. So it's very encouraging that we're seeing mainstream channel in Australia. I think Sky is probably the biggest TV or news channel in Australia. I wonder whether Sky in the UK is going to come out with this information. This video came out about 4 days ago or 3 days ago. I'm going to put a link to it up in the cards and in the description. I've also created a playlist of 4 videos in which I expose the World Economic Forum and the so-called Davos men. My first video about Davos and the World Economic Forum actually go back to prior to the 2020 crisis. I was noticing back in the beginning of 2019 a lot of propaganda from the World Economic Forum on Facebook about climate change, and I made a video about it on the 23rd of January 2019, so I highly recommend you watch that. The other 3 videos are related to what's been happening this year, and it's interesting that Rowan, who is the host of Sky News Australia, exposed not only Klaus Schwab, but also Prince Charles of England, the Prince of Wales, of course. He's the heir to the throne of England. So I thought that was really interesting. So it looks like the truth about the globalists and Davos man is starting to seep out. Truth always comes out in the end. It's very difficult to keep deceptions and lies covered up. Hopefully, other mainstream channels around the world will wake up, just like Sky News Australia did. I wonder if YouTube is going to start censoring Sky News YouTube channel. We'll have to see. They've got almost 1 million subscribers there. The other thing that I would say is that it's very important to look at the people behind the organization, which is what I did in my article from June. I look back in history, back to the early 70s. But nowadays, if you look at the board of trustees, you've got people like Christine Lagarde, who was the head of the IMF, is now the president of the ECB. She's on the board of trustees. You've got Mark Carney, who was the head of the Bank of England until March this year. He's on the board. You've got Jack Ma, who was the founder of Alibaba there. You've got the managing director of the IMF on the board. You've got Larry Fink of BlackRock on the board. You've got all the major players in politics and finance on the board. So there you go. Sky News Australia exposes the Davos man globalist conspiracy to bring about really a global or world government to destroy national sovereignty of different countries. And you can bet the agenda is being directed from organizations like the World Economic Forum and others, of course. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it far and wide. Think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and all these other platforms below here. I wish you all a great day. Take care. Bye.